Hi, welcome to the So You're a Single Parent Now What podcast. My name is Crystal. I am your host. Welcome to another episode. I am so excited that you joined me. If this is your first time joining and you are listening to me on the podcast, welcome. If you are viewing me on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share. Listen, I have a brand called Six Figure Single Mom. The Six Figure Single Mom brand is less about the money and it is more about your mindset shift. Because when you shift your mindset, the money automatically comes. Now, don't get it twisted. I am a six-figure single mom. However, it is my mindset that got me to where I went. So if this is your first time joining me, again, welcome. I have a business, and in my business, I career coach single parents who want to advance in their careers. So basically what I do is I teach them how to leverage their skill sets. I teach them how to negotiate anything that they want to negotiate. And I basically teach them how to boss up so that they can have a winning mindset. No more defeated mindset, okay? We have a winning mindset so that anything in life that we want to do, we know we can conquer. So thank you for joining. If you have joined me last week and the weeks before that, you know that I am always talking about all things career, lifestyle, and single parenting. This week is no different. Listen, this podcast is for single parents who need to feel heard, not judged, who want to be given all resources for all things lifestyle, career, and single parenting. So if this is you, you are in the right place. This week is no different. This week's episode is we have a sponsor. It's actually being sponsored by Golden Anatomy. So Golden Anatomy is who gave me this lovely jumpsuit. Golden Anatomy has athleisure wear. They have lounge wear. They have cocktail happy hour wear. They have business attire, dinner attire, and they also have classy, sassy attire. So Golden Anatomy believes that art is not only expressed through painting sculptures, but actually through your attire. And this is why they strive to have high-end fashionable pieces that makes everyone feel so confident and sexy in their own physical image. So Golden Anatomy's CEO, Shaniqua Mbula, she is actually also too a personal stylist. Listen, Shaniqua is so great. She's to the point now where she will just call me and say, I think this piece looks good on you. And she will tell me, listen, come by, check it out. If it's something you like, then we're going to go with it. So thank you. If you want to drop by their Instagram page, their Instagram is at Golden Anatomy, and that's at GoldenAnatomy. All of the boutique's information will be linked below. And again, I want to thank you, Golden Anatomy, for sponsoring this episode. If you or anyone you know wants to sponsor an episode, please let me know by email at sixfiguresinglemoms@gmail.com. Now, let's get into the episode. Whenever you are in your career, you always want to be successful. No one just shows up to work and they don't want to advance or excel. So I wanted to bring you some career success tips this week that could help you to succeed in whatever it is that you want to do. So working hard won't give you a great career. However, it is a recipe for success. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. I just wanted to bring you some tips and tricks this week on how you can have career success. So the first thing that you need to do if you want to have career success is know the definition of success. So success sometimes is defined by what we hear other people say or what we see other people do, but each of us is our own unique person. So defining success looks different for many people in many different industries. Listen, I have friends in all different industries, and their definition of success is different than mine. So know your definition of success. Success is not always defined by money. Some people think that, but it's not. Success could be defined as gaining more skill sets. Success could be defined as climbing the corporate ladder to get to where you need to be. Success could be defined as getting licensed in your industry or in whatever discipline you're in. So my first recommendation is know your definition of success, your definition of success. Now, the second success tip is reach out to others. Now, others could be people in your field of choice. Others could be spiritual guidance. Others could be mentors. Others could be sponsors. Now, I've already addressed this in a previous episode, but if this is your first time listening, let's talk about it. A mentor is someone that you could potentially go to and say, I like what you're doing. I like how you carry yourself. I liked what you said in that meeting the other week. So would you mind being my mentor? So you can have a formal mentor or you could have an informal mentor. That would be the formal way of gaining a mentor. Now, the informal way to gain a mentor would be just to watch someone from afar. And I've done that many times in my career. I've just kind of watched how people have moved, how they were in meetings, how they were whenever they were amongst their peers or executives. And I kind of adapted them as an informal mentor by just watching them, simply watching them. Now, a sponsor is someone who is willing to put their professional capital on the line for you. Now, in the professional world, you have a professional brand. This is how people view you as a person. So a sponsor is someone that may not be that mentor that you went to or that you're watching, but they may be somebody that says, you know what, I'm actually watching them and I feel that they would be successful in this role. So I'm willing to co-sign them, pretty much is what a sponsor is. So those are your two things, but definitely reach out to others. Don't ever be afraid to reach out to someone because you never know. We can't do it alone. So networking is definitely how you can do it. Build those relationships. Reach out to people. Remember, no question is a dumb question. Always remember that. Number 3, find your strengths. So when we talk about strengths, what I mean is things that you're naturally good at, or something that you have spent a lot of time in gaining a level of expertise in. So know your strengths and play to those strengths. When you're in a room, if you know you're good at speaking, if you know you're good at negotiating, if you know you're good at critically thinking, then hone in on those strengths because it's those strengths that will take you to the next level. Also, these are areas that you're confident in. I always tell people, whenever I'm at work, I know when someone is confident and I know when someone is not so confident in what they're speaking about. So these strengths are things that you are naturally good at or things that you are just confident in. Number 4 success tip is going to be make a game plan. Now, planning is extremely critical when you want to advance in your career. So my mom would always have this saying when I was young, a little girl growing up. She would say, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That is such a true statement. As I've grown through the years, I understand exactly what she's saying. When we don't plan for things, we just kind of are living day to day without a target to hit anything. So preparation is key. Now, I know that sounds a little cliche if I'm being honest, but preparation is key. You have to know where you're going. And in order to do that, you have to have a plan. Planning is everything. Scheduling along with that planning is even better. But when you plan and you schedule, then you're able to execute. Execution is always the piece that we miss. So when you plan, always have an execution strategy as well, because you can write out 1 million plans a day. You can write out 1 million plans a week. You can also schedule things to do. However, if you don't have an execution strategy to go along with your plan, then you're pretty much planning for nothing, right? So always have a plan, schedule, and execution strategy. So number 5 in your career success tip is going to be connect with an influencer. Ask for advice. So these influencers could be someone that you've seen on LinkedIn. And let me stop there. LinkedIn is a professional networking platform. Listen in. LinkedIn is a professional networking platform. that is where you want to be if you want to advance in your career. Now, influencers are not just on Instagram. Influencers are not just on TikTok. It all depends on the roadmap and where you want to be in your career. There are a lot of influencers that are on LinkedIn as well. Hone in on those influencers, because those influencers are actually talking about the things that you need to be listening to advance your career. So these people could be someone in your network, or they could be someone outside of your network. I have seen a lot of influencers on LinkedIn that I follow, and they'll just ask thought-provoking questions. So they'll put something out there about a job. They'll put something out there about what your thoughts are on working remote, what your thoughts are on working a hybrid schedule. They'll put some things out there about what do you think about managers that are hovering over you and micromanaging you, as opposed to managers that don't do that so much. So these influencers have to be in your industry, and they have to be associated with the role that you are going after, because let's face it, you don't want to follow someone that is doing something that you're not even interested in doing. I mean, right? There's no point in doing that. However, if you follow someone that is doing what you want to do, but on a larger scale, it gives you something, a target to aim at. So that is what you want to do whenever you are looking to have success in your career. Listen, I hope that you were able to get something out of this episode. So I want to recap for you, because I want to make sure that you didn't miss anything. If you came in late, I want to make sure that you didn't miss anything on your way in. So today was all about giving you 5 career success tips that could help you in your career. Number 1 was know your definition of success. What your definition of success is. Number 2, reach out to others, either in your network, outside of your network. Reach out to others so that you can get the help that you need and that guidance. Number 3, find your strengths. Always know your strengths so that you're able to play into those strengths and lean into those strengths a little bit more. After all, those are the things that you are the most confident in. Number 4, make a game plan. Always know where you're going. Always have a plan. Always schedule the things once you find your plan, and then always know your execution strategy. Number 5, connect with an influencer. Again, it depends on your role. It depends on your industry, but connect with those influencers that are doing what you're doing on a larger scale so that you have a target to hit. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. As I go through the weeks, I just try to think of things that could help you out, things that have helped me out in my career. So listen, if you are not following me on Instagram, I want you to follow me, because I also put out a lot of things on Instagram that could help you in your career advancement as well. My Instagram is at the Six-Figure Single Mom. Again, at the Six-Figure Single Mom. If you are not subscribed to the channel on YouTube, what are you waiting for? I want to help you advance in your career. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share with anyone that you feel would be interested or could benefit from these tips as well. Also, if you are desiring to advance in your career by learning some career strategies, roadmaps, negotiating, leveraging your skill sets, interviewing, resume tips, please go to my website at www.sixfiguresinglemoms.com and connect to the page. Again, www.sixfiguresinglemom.com. Fill out the form on the Contact Me page, and I'll reach out to you, and let's see how we can help you advance your career. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have enjoyed this podcast, and you should join me next week. I have more tips coming your way. Again, my name is Crystal Smith. I am your host, and I always want you to remember that change starts with you, right? So you got to be the change that you want to see in the world. It's so easy to look at your left or to look at your right, to say what the other person is not doing or what the colleague is not doing, what your classmates are not doing. But Change starts with you. So be the change that you want to see in the world. I am Crystal Smith, your host, also known as the Six Figure Single Mom, checking out. And until next week, bye.